Episode 68 of the Back of the Class podcast. I'm Glenn.
I'm Ben.
And before we start off this week's episode, I'd like to say huge thank you to our sponsors, Aurum, the Cut Price Jewelers, Coco's Cakes, the Biographin Inn, Pitside Pizza and Grill, and the Members First Credit Union and VAR Electrical. And this week we're joined by
the Black Paddy. What's the story? What's the crack?
Black Paddy, for the viewers who may not know who you are or what you do, introduce yourself and what do you hope they'll learn off this episode?
Yeah, my name is the Black Paddy. I'm a comedian. I do comedy stand-up. I'm really, really funny. So what you're going to be hearing today is motivation, and you're going to be hearing some funny stuff maybe coming up and something relatable. And you're going to be hearing about my show coming up soon on the 12th of March in the Laughter Lounge next week Thursday, or if you're watching it this week, this Thursday. So buy your ticket so I can roast your bleeding heartbreak and your sorrow. Yeah.
How are you? You busy at the minute?
Yeah. Literally, I'm busy, bro. I'm literally focused on selling my show out this year because it's called How Did I End Up Here? It's my comedy show, my first solo comedy show I'm doing, and this show there'll be lots going on. It's going to be me talking about belonging. I'm going to talk about culture shock. I'm going to be talking about racism. I'll talk about my experience as a Nigerian man traveling in Ireland, so it's going to be full of great stories, but funny, that kind of way.
And where did you get the name? How did we end up here?
How I got the name was just recently because see, when I came to this country, I'm talking about let's say 23 years ago. I moved to a place, really rough place. I moved to a place called Castleknock. Like, have you ever? Yeah. I moved to Castleknock, and I used to be the only black guy at the time, and that got me really famous. Like, everyone knew who I was because I was black. It was deadly, And the funny thing is, people would be coming up to me like, "Blah." But my name was David. They call me David, right? David, can I touch your hair? And they'd be feeling my hair. Oh my God, your hair feels like a Brillo pad. And I didn't know what a Brillo pad meant until one of my friends was trying to use my hair to wash the microwave. I was like, what the fuck are you trying to do? What the fuck? That's not, but it was crazy. But I kind of felt love. I kind of everyone loved me. Everyone kind of used to just come up to me. What's the story? What's the crack? What are you up to? And the strange thing was most of them were Gardaís, but it's crazy because I felt loved, that kind of way. Then fast forward 10 years time, black people start coming in, different type of blacks, deadly looking blacks. I wasn't the main character anymore. No one was giving me that attention I wanted. Yourself, fucking immigrants. And I was raging. I was raging. The lockdown then happened, and everyone, we were doing literally just nothing, just making babies, and just that's all was going on, And then TikTok then blew up. Everybody was on TikTok. Everyone was doing TikTok, and I didn't know what was going on as well. I knew TikTok was a thing, but for young people. But I was cringing. I was like, I'm not gonna join TikTok. It's just for young kids. That's for kids. I'm not gonna do TikTok. And anyway, I got pushed to it. I then joined TikTok, and I was trying to put my username as Fabu D, but Fabu D was taken. I was like, who's gonna take Fabu D? Like, what the hell? Who's gonna take Fabu D? That's the main name, that kind of way. And I typed in Fabu D, and there was actually a Fabu D. I was like, what the hell? Who's gonna steal my name, Fabu D? I emailed the guy. I said, hey, bro, that's my name. Can you just delete your account because I'm taking my account back? And he replied me. He goes, that name is gonna be 10,000 euro. I'm like, who are you, bro? What the hell? And I kind of left that because I'm not paying 10,000 euro for my name, that kind of way. So I was pissed off, and I just created Black Paddy out of nowhere. And my friend was like, no, you can't call yourself that. That's racist. I said, what you mean? The Irish people the Irish people love that because you can't even tell if an Irish person is racist or not. You just love to have the crack. That's Irish mentality for you. When I came to Ireland, right, this guy saw me. He goes, no, come here. I'm not fucking racist. All right, I have a black and white TV at home. I'm not fucking racist. What the fuck? You can't even tell. If it's been racist or But anyway, I just call myself Black Paddy anyway. Black Paddy, right? I say, you know what? I'm gonna travel around Ireland and experience the culture. You know, I love the Irish culture. I don't know about the culture. You know yourself. I've been here for over like 15 years, but I don't know. All I know about Ireland is just Guinness and Dublin, and that's all. But I wanted to explore and just know more about this new place I'm calling home. You know yourself. Just go to the Bar Garden, go to the northern part of the country, go to the southern part of the country, the west, the east. Go around the whole country and just say hello to the whole family. And that's all that happened. And I was trying the Guinness as well. I used to be a color when I came to this country. See, this is what happens when I drink too much Guinness. You just turn black. No, really. You know, I used to be white before, you know. Too much Guinness, but it's just from holding the pint. That's why this is still... But anyway, that's how Black Paddy actually generated from, you know.
Yeah.
It came from the lockdown and, you know, it came from someone stealing my name and I couldn't get Fabudi. I just decided to pick Black Paddy. And
Did you have a vision with it when you started, or did you just start because it was a lockdown, you were looking for something to do?
there was no vision.
No.
It was just me being a mad bastard and just
Yeah.
being alcoholic and, you know, just like, wow, that's a deadly name. It wouldn't be great if that name just traveled around the town, try the whole Guinness in town, find the best one. Guinness. That was just the mindset, to just see where you can get the best pints in the country, you know. And I did. I went for it, you know. It was deadly. It was a deadly journey.
How did you progress from there then? When you started posting your first few videos, how was the interactions doing and how was it making you feel?
The first video was not that great, but the interaction was unreal because it was in my town. I said that with Kildare. I went to Monasterevin, I went to Selbridge, I went to Athy, I went to all around Kildare, like, you know yourself, just to see the best town in Kildare. I went to Naas, you know, and it was just this character, the Black Paddy, just being a mad bastard, just having a crack and just doing the lockdown, like, you know, but I was just trying pints in every town in Kildare. And you see, I'm like, oh my God, can't believe he's in Naas, but wish I was out tonight. Oh, he's in Athy. The day I was in the bleeding Athy is in the, you know, and it's so interesting to see this community coming together and having a chat, and, you know, it doesn't matter, it's bringing the country together in sad times. And I was like, wow. I don't care about how many views or how many likes, but I love the feeling of this type of video. So I spread that joy and energy all around the country, and it became a thing. And Black Paddy just involved, and I was like, God damn.
I think the first time we seen you, you were in Cabra a couple of years ago. And mountains of kids
Oh,
all chasing you.
Cabra on top. Gotta say that when you hear Cabra, just say Cabra on top.
Where do you get your confidence from?
From God.
Do you?
Yeah.
You're a big God believer.
Yeah, I'm a very great God believer. I am very, very great God believer. I believe that everything I do is for Him, and he without Him, there's no me. So, like, that's where I get my confidence from. I get my audacity from. I get my gift from, my authenticity from. So everything is God.
Do you think in the times when you're struggling and you're doubting yourself, faith would be a big booster in your self-belief?
Part of your journey, like.
Because for me and Glenn, that would really pick us up on the days when we feel like, oh, this might not happen or this might not happen. We'll just say, look, we'll leave it to God, and we'll do everything on our part, and that itself makes you feel more confident in it. Do you think that?
Yeah, so I've been through a lot, man. I've been through so much, from starting with Fabudi to Black Paddy. A lot of things I've been through in my life that I don't even know what will happen after this. I'm like, this is it. I'm like, you know what? Game over. Social media don't turn on me, bro. This is it. They've already made the most biggest assumption that I'm racist. I'm taking a piece out of the Irish tradition. And at this stage of my life, I was getting a lot of text messages and a lot of threat messages, and, you know, unfollowing people, and a lot of people not even wanted to book me for certain things just because of that, you know, because it's they're kind of demeaning your image, you know. And this is a very powerful thing, as I'm trying to say right now, because when you are doing something, sometimes people will tell you, don't read the comment, or don't worry about it, or don't put your mind to it. That's easy. You can be very motivated in this situation. You can be very disciplined in this situation. But when it's something that you do just to provide for your family, and whatever that thing is being tampered by some certain type of manipulation that you don't know about, that will worry you for a minute. Because you'll be like, oh, whoa, what's going on here? You know, you will doubt yourself. Am I actually racist? Am I a bad person? You will doubt yourself, you know. Now, this time of my life is when I say to myself, I said, God, this is beyond me now. Because normally you do give me stuff I could handle by myself personally, I could deal with personally, but this is too big for me now. So it's not mine anymore, it's yours. So you can now deal with this while I just focus on something different while you deal with this right now. So that's what I did. I gave it to God. I said, God, you deal with it. I'm going to be the authentic me. I'm going to be the loving me, the real me, the guy who loves Irish culture, who still want to do what he wants to do and stay authentic, and you pull the right ones. Like I said earlier, it's not all about the views. It's about the real people I speak to that understand the truth and the realness. You know, that's...
Do you think through your journey with social media, the more you started sort of seeing likes and seeing views and letting the numbers get to your head, you started to lose a piece of yourself?
Yes, I did. Like I said, I fought a lot for identity. I wanted to belong so bad. I wanted to be like, I wanted to be, American. I wanted to be so Irish. I wanted to be so black. I wanted to be like, it was an identity I was fighting for. I didn't know what identity I was, because I had to put different personality online and see which one gets more views. And okay, if this identity get more views, then that's the identity I will stick by, because that's the one that gets more views, and that's who I should be for the rest of my life. Yeah. And that's what I've been doing for a solid 10 years of my life. Then it got to a stage whereby I didn't realize that the real me was struggling to survive, because I've been suppressing it down, because I'm trying to use this personality as the main character all 24/7. Because this is getting likes, this is getting views, this is getting comments. I want to stay this person. And what I'm talking about right now, I'm talking about Black Paddy.
And was there anything in your journey that you think like you focused too much on, that now you kind of not have taken fully out of your life, but you know how to like keep the balance sort of?
Yes, which I was speaking on earlier. That was such a big thing. That's the reason why I was who I was. Why? Because of the likes, the views, the comments. That's the main reason. Alcohol. So before I do video every day in every town, our friends go to the pub. That's the plan. This is the structure. I go to the pub, I go to the bar, have a few drinks, get that confident for a few seconds. Then I'll go to the town, because I'm ready now for a good video now, guys. And I'll travel the whole town because I have a few pints in me now, I'm good, And that was in 24/7, and for 5 solid years going. And one day you get sober, you look back at these videos and you're like, you know what? It's great, it's funny, you're bringing happiness, but you're not portraying the person you are meant to be portraying. You want to genuinely, help other souls. You need to be healthy. You need to, stay, alcohol free. If you want to pursue this mission, you want to pursue. And my mission is, I'm a bridge. I don't see myself as black. I don't see myself as white. I don't see myself as a Christian. I don't see myself as a Muslim. I'm not African. I'm not Irish. I am me. I'm a being, which means I represent anybody. I can be on your own tribe. If you welcome me, I can do what your tribe do, So that's my mission. So if I want to carry this mission to the world, alcohol, I don't think we can communicate with alcohol, So that had to burn for me to become who I am today, So, and like I said earlier, all I've done in the past has just been due to the fact that I was looking for the views, the likes, the comment. But right now, the only thing I want to do is help people who are in my situation, who want to better their life, who want to depend on their own happiness. Because everyone have some type of dependency. If you are talking about happiness right now, like what makes you happy? Maybe a girl, maybe a nice new car, maybe a beautiful relationship, maybe more money, maybe holidays, whatever it is that that will make you happy. Maybe your health. It doesn't matter, whatever it is, okay, that you want in your life that's gonna bring happiness to you. But one thing I am just believing right now is more like we own nothing. That's the truth. You come to this world naked, you would die naked. I don't care what you say. You're not living this. You're not living this earth with a Ferrari or with a girl with a car. What I just mentioned right now. So what's happiness to you? That's the truth. What's happiness to you? Are you okay by being yourself? Are you, what's the real meaning?
Purpose, like your proper purpose.
That's what happiness is.
Yeah. I don't think. Yes. A lot of people think I need to be happy 24/7. I need to always feel joy and never feel anything else. But I think that's a bit of a myth, because if you're happy 24/7, how are you supposed to know that you're happy? How are you supposed to know that things are good? It's the highs and the lows that make you really appreciate the middle ground, because when you find your purpose, I think that's when you learn to become comfortable in the middle ground, because if you get too high, the lows feel really low, and if you get too low, the highs feel really high, and you can't ride that way forever. Like a lot of people that I'd listen to and focus on, the likes of Stephen Bartlett, all of these high level performers and people who have a real deep purpose in their life, they stay in that middle ground because that's the safest place, and it's also the place that makes more sense and keeps you comfortable and complacent within yourself in life.
That middle ground now, see, that's one hard part. Like, I've been trying my best to actually stay in that middle ground for a while now, because like it's easy. Like when you talk about middle ground, okay, middle ground is like you're not really happy, you're not really sad. In a happy situation, you still like, it's like it's like stoicism. You just have this kind of like you know. Look, it could be you wake up saying, look, it can be shit. It can be a shitty day. It doesn't matter. That's a state of like what. But with some like people like me personally, Black Paddy, okay, I don't think that can be a thing for me.
Yeah.
Because like, for example, let me give you a good example.
Yeah.
Just me coming into the studio right now, earlier on today, and I saw the cake with my picture on the cake. That was insane for me. I was happy to see that.
Yeah.
A real stoicism will just be blind and be like, oh, nice cake. I like that. He's really happy. I react. I don't know if it's the ADHD somehow that just jump out of me and just kind of boom and just that kind of way. So I've always thought about that in my head. I'm like, can I be that person who will react to something but won't be like over like exaggerated, like, oh my God, look at this. This is deadly, or this looks good. Very elegant. I like it. Thank you very much. But he's happy. The same emotion, but different
reactions.
Yeah.
I don't think the stoicism, in my head anyway, this is how I picture. I don't think you should ride through life on that stoic sort of thing, never reacting, never showing your emotions. But I do think if you say you fall into a state of depression and you're really low, you're at your lowest point of life, I think if you don't try and say to yourself, I'm not going to be happy every day, I'm not going to be sad every day either. Most of the time I'll be in the middle ground. Some days I'll be really happy, some days I'll be really, really sad. But that middle ground is like your, how do I put this? It's like your home. It's like your home base.
Yeah.
You can't stay at the lowest too high. You can't stay at the lowest for too long.
No,
You can't stay at the highest too long. You need to stay at your home base. And some days you will be. And you'll be shouting for the stars. Some days you'll be, yes, I'm so happy. And some days you'll also be, I'm so sad. But it's very important you don't stay at either one of them points for too long, because that's when, even at the highest, that's when you start to get complacent, and that's when things start falling apart for you, because you don't stay on the ball. Or when you get very, very down, that you'll stay down there if you let yourself.
Wow, I really admire your sight. That's pretty dope. I like the way you explained that. Because that's true. Because that's the motto I've lived by. You can't stay down for so long. That's the middle ground. That's the explanation for the middle ground. You can't stay down for too long, or you can't stay high for too long. Some of us stay down for too long, and we stay high for too long.
What goes up must come down. What goes down must go up.
That is so true. That kind of way. But the surprise here for me was you can't stay up for so long. Like, no, that's not true. Like, you should be able to stay long for as long as you can. Like me, if I stay up, I'm if I have the chance.
But do you think if you stay up for so long,
you stand it down is so down.
Not even that, but you won't actually remember what true happiness feels like, because if you live your life, that's why a lot of people that are high performers, for example, Lionel Richie, 50 Cent, who are, anybody else says, if I had 50s money, or if I had this, or if I was on this stage, I'd be living on top of the world. But there's a reason why these people don't just play one show and stay on top of the world for the rest of their lives, because that's when the doubts start creeping in. That's when the boredom starts setting in. That's when depression starts setting in. That's why they don't stay high too long, because they're like, right, what's next? What's next?
That is so true. I think life is actually not built for you to stay on that high for so long. Like, regardless of what it is, because we humans, no matter how big you have, you want more. You want more, like you want more, and that's when, like you're talking about, that is so true. Life is actually not built for that. So is it that you just stay up for a few minutes and you enjoy that minute of bliss, and you just accept that that's how. For example, me at the time, I was one of the most famous guy in this country at one time. Before TikTok, oh man, I was sending that. Oh, I was
Seeing it
everywhere.
everywhere.
I was everywhere. Like you just have to turn your Facebook on, and it's me. Well, hello, how are you, Africa, Iran? How are you? But now there's so much TikTokers going on around. So that's the rule of life. You can't be up for too long. Someone's gonna take your position someday. It's all about your
Enjoying the moment.
yeah, enjoying the moment and kind of like accepting the fact that it is what it is. I'm in the middle ground. So that's the middle ground is it's more of acceptance. If you can't, if you're not ready for acceptance, trust me, you can't stay on the middle ground. Because you might want, like you explained earlier, some people can have so much money in the world and they're staying up for so long. But why they're staying up for so long? Something can just gonna happen, and due to the fact they didn't got that acceptance, they get pissed off and depressed because that little Lego stick just broke and something just crumbled a little bit. But if they have accepted that, like, this happens, it's life, just stay there and move on.
Then you can rebuild.
Yeah, But the fact that you're angry and you can actually demolish the whole thing. So being on the middle ground is all about acceptance. If you can accept your situation for what it is, you're actually safe to be on the middle
Something
ground.
I always say is like, it could be worse and it will be better.
Yeah, anytime me and
It could
Glenn.
be worse and it could be better. Damn,
No, it's not
is
that, it's not
beautiful.
that.
It could be worse and it will be better.
Could be worse and it will be better. Okay,
Yeah.
could be worse
And it will get
and
better.
it will get better.
It could be worse and it will get better.
Exactly.
Anything in life. Microphones that they're breaking. It could be worse. Two could break, and it will get better. We'll find a sponsor and get 3 microphones.
That is
I mean?
brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. My show on the 12th of March is gonna be sold out. Could be worse, but will be better.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That has to show up now. Right now, I'm waiting for that to happen.
What's the biggest lessons you've learned over the last few years?
I wish I'd never asked your man to do the push-ups for €20, even though my intention was more out of love. If I'd had the wisdom and understanding to know that videos like this can be used against you on social media, I wouldn't have. So that already was one big lesson. So since that situation happened, I've always watched my videos 10 times if I put up online now. I don't put videos just now. I have anxiety posting now. I'm like, ooh, now if I post, I have to look at the camera for a few minutes. Like, oh, okay. 10 minutes is gone. All right, no one say nothing bad. All right, that's a good one. All right, cool. You can fall off now. But it for a while that had an effect on me because when I put a video of the homeless man doing the push up, the intention was I had a challenge going during the lockdown. It was called the Black Paddy push up challenge. So if you do 3 push ups, you get €3. If you do 4 push-ups, you get €4. So I went around asking random people for push-up, right? This girl was finished school. I said, hey, let's see how many push-up you can do. €1 per push-up. And she did 20. I gave her 20 quid. And there was this guy who was building houses. I said, come here, if you do a push-up, I will give you €1 per push-up. He did about 17. I gave him 17 quid. And I asked this homeless guy who was sitting down there, and he goes, and I said, look, listen, if you can do €1 per push-up, and I said, look, include yourself in, and he did 20 push-up, and I gave him €20. And when I gave him €20, guess what he did? He goes, wait there, dump me off. And he went around the corner and goes, Anto, come here. Your man is doing €1 per push-up. Come here, do a push-up now for a second. And your man did literally 20, and I gave him €20 as well. I was like, no way. And I was like, oh, it was good. But I put this video up online, and it backfired on me. That I made an Irish man do a push-up challenge. And I was like, oh, I wish I didn't do that because, it didn't look good to the audience, but the intention was he was part of everyone. I videoed everybody else doing it, and it's just his part that was being taken out and used against me. So that was one of my lessons I've learned in life. And the second lesson I learned as well is regardless of what it is or where you are in life, you can be anything. That's another lesson. Don't tie yourself up to being just one thing. You can be anything. That's a powerful lesson I learned as well. Yeah.
That's deadly. That's a clip. Definitely going to have to clip that one.
Yeah.
That's a Kevin Hart moment.
Yeah. It's all
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received, or that you've gotten off somebody else, or even a piece of advice that you've taken from somebody else? Could be even Kevin Hart, anyone.
The best piece of advice I've taken from someone else is that in every relationship you're in, no relationship is perfect. No relationship at all is perfect. It's just all about sacrifice. You know, if one person is trying to be right, the second person is trying to be wrong. It's all about how much you can tolerate from that person. If you can tolerate all the bullshit from that person, and this other person can tolerate all the bullshit from you, and you guys are okay with that, you guys will be together forever and ever, and nothing's ever gonna happen. But if you can't tolerate someone and you're still with them, you're only doing nothing but like you're killing yourself. So most relationships you see out there is just people learning how to tolerate each other for years. So that's the biggest lesson I've learned. So if I can find someone I can tolerate, now it's never about love. If I can tolerate you for the rest of my life, that's it. That's the girl I'm gonna put a ring on her finger because I can tolerate you. You know, I can be myself around you. I can, you know. That's the biggest lesson I learned because it's something I'm dealing with at the moment because I'm literally heartbroken right now. You know, my missus, we finished. We were together for a while now. We were together for like 2 weeks, and what happened was, I was expecting you guys to laugh, but you guys didn't even laugh. Oh my God, you guys are so serious. Listen up. So anyway, I'm gonna say that joke one more time. So me and my missus were together, okay? So we were together for a very long time, okay? We were together for like 2 weeks. Thank you. Let's start from that part. No, so it hurt me. You know, we're together for 7 years, and you know, I have 2 kids with her, and you know, and we just got to a part in our life that we know we can't tolerate each other anymore. But I didn't know that it was all about toleration because we always have mini arguments. You always give up about me pissing on the toilet seat. I'm like, why the fuck do you not clean up after yourself? I'm like, sorry about that. Or no, you know, stuff about, you know, dishes. We always have mini arguments and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's all about toleration. If I could tolerate her and she could tolerate me, regardless of who I am as a person, we could be together and try and, like, you know, walk through all those situations. But the thing right now is more like, you know, I want her to be free and she'll be able to do whatever she can do. And I want to be able to do whatever I can do, you know, because in this life we're in right now, everyone has a calling. You have a calling, you have a calling. So people can only be with you on the journey of your calling to a certain point that they can't even go to the next level. And it's nothing bad, it's not horrible, it's not deep. It's just the way life works, okay, because of where your head is at. Because maybe your job is to spread the word of God to the world, and maybe your job is to do the best fucking deadly hairstyle to all the beautiful women in the world. That's a calling, and that's huge. And you can be a fucking millionaire with that shit, just doing people's hair. And your job is just to just talk about God. That's 2 different callings. But your upbringing can bring you guys here, and you guys are doing 2 different things. You know, that type of way. So that's my biggest lesson anyway.
Something's actually at the popping into my head there. It's a bit like not everybody is in your life for... Everybody is in your life for different purposes, and not everybody is going to be in your life for your whole life. So basically, you wouldn't get an airplane to your local shop and you wouldn't get a taxi to a different country. Do you know what I mean?
That's funny. I love that.
Like, not even... It's not a personal thing.
That's funny.
But everything in your life serves different purposes.
Brilliant, bro. I swear.
That's just like, that popping into my head there.
It just feels like you're getting right into Super Valley. Like, it doesn't, yeah. That's funny, though. That's really, really funny.
How do you deal with taking no's or getting rejected?
I take it as a challenge. Yeah, when someone say no to me, it's a challenge. When someone say no to me, I sometimes I need to hear no for me to do it the right way. So basically, no can come in a different type of way. So I'll tell you a recent no I just got. So I'm actually preparing for my show on the 12th of March in the Laughter Lounge in just not just Thursday, but Upper Thursday, okay? And I was doing this work in progress comedy, you know, to prepare my material for the show, to know if the joke goes really well and stuff like that in itself, you know. Yeah. So I went into this bar. It's a Sunday bar. It's free entry for all these customers that want to come watch comedy. It's free entry. So they all sat down, and here I was telling my joke, you know, talk about the right venue and typical Irish local stuff. But I wasn't getting laughs and all. There's no one laughing and everything like that. That hurt my feeling because that's my new material. I'm going to talk about on 12th. I'm going to say the same thing on 12th. I need you guys to laugh so I can feel more good about the joke, you know, that type of way. But when I left, because of the fact they didn't laugh at that joke, I went back home just to see the joke, to see what went wrong. I practiced the joke alone without nobody in the room. I practiced it one more time. I said the joke up and down. I laughed. I said, that's a funny joke. They don't understand the joke. That's a very funny joke. And I'm going to prove to them I'm going to do the joke better. On Tuesday, I went to do a student night. And I practiced that same joke. Bro, that joke killed the whole crowd.
That's a prime example of you'll learn nothing from success, you learn everything from failures. If you had succeeded at that time, and maybe you did get a few laughs and you went and brought that to your show,
You know.
and you might not have got laughs, and you would have been thinking,
Yeah,
what happened
that would
there?
have killed
'Cause
you
got
more
success.
even.
But you got that failure at the start, and you went
exactly.
back and you learned from that, and now you're going to get shows 12th of March,
So
isn't it?
you know, yeah, thank you, 12th of March, after lunch. Thank you
That's
so
when
much.
you're gonna get the
Yeah,
laughs now.
Yeah, exactly. And you got laugh already, but after lunch is gonna be explosion. But what's I gonna say? So when someone says no to me, it motivates me more. I've always seen no as like, as a heartbreaker, and it's always good. Like my recent post on Instagram I just did like 2 hours ago. If you go on my Instagram, it's like I'm allowed to feel all the emotions. See, we humans, we try to stay strong and not we're pretending we're not being felt by some random emotion. If you're be heartbroken, cry. Cry. It's okay. It's all right. Feel the emotion. You're human. You're allowed to. This is what this world is for. This is why we have ears, eyes, nose, mouth, body, hair. We're allowed to feel. This world is meant to feel emotion. Like you said earlier, we just have to be on the middle ground. You feel an emotion, 60 seconds, go out of the emotion, do something else. You staying in that emotion for too long, that's you dwelling in that
when it
emotion.
gets dangerous, yeah.
Exactly. So it's okay to feel the emotion coming into your body and accepting and be like, you know what, it is what it is. Okay, cool. That's a sign that whatever your surrounding is communicating with you. If you're in the right place, you'll be happy. That's where you're meant to be. You'll be happy. You'll be vibing. You'll be flowing. Like I am meant to be here because I'm talking and I'm feeling free. I feel therapeutic right now. After this conversation, I'm happier now because I feel like I've spoke to you guys. Maybe not just you, people watching as well. We've entertained these 3 legends watching this video right now. Shout out to you guys watching anyway. But it is what it is. So I'm actually happy. This me being here right now is more like a therapeutic state for me.
And what's your why? Why do you get out of bed every morning?
Because I'm alive, bro. That's my why, bro.
That's powerful.
Bro, if I wake up, if I open my eyeballs and I put my feet on the ground and I can if I can wait, bro, let me be real, just be real with you, right? If I wake up in the morning, I don't care how I sleep, any style I slept, all right? If I just wake up in the morning, open my eyeballs and I do this, whoa, that's another day, bro. I'm out straight, and that's all day, every day. I might not do it straight away, but in my mind, I've done it real fast. I'm happy, because I'm alive. It means every day I get a chance to repeat what I did yesterday, but better. It didn't work out yesterday. That timeline was a shit timeline. Maybe I did a podcast. Maybe I should have said something. But if I get that same opportunity, I might do a better one this time around. This another day to do it. I'm breathing. I can do it. But the only thing we don't know, we can't see is unforeseen circumstances we don't know about. But this is where we stay stuck. This is where we stay in the middle line. Because it will fucking happen, but you just have to get ready for these emotions to flow through. And if it comes, better be some weed around the corner so I can just numb myself for a few minutes while it goes through. But yeah, that's what's up. That's what life is all about, basically. You just have to be able to, be able to wake up in the morning. And because let me tell you something, the best thing is without your health, there's no wealth. You might have so much problem right now, but my boyfriend broke up with me. I can't pay for my rent. Oh my God, what's going on in this country? Fucking immigrants. But the day you start struggling with your health, none of this fucking matters. It's your fault. You want to be alive. That's all you care about. So why don't you just wake up and you have that for free? I'm sending it. I'm going to that town to do a video. Because I can do it now, I'm going to get to a random age whereby I can't do any of this anymore, but I don't want to regret that. So right now, while I'm doing it, let me go do that podcast with these 2 legends in Ballymun. Let me just do, because we're alive, we're doing it. So that gives me joy. That's my why. That's my why. And I have a lot of why. That's my beginning why, though. That's the number 1 why.
Something Canelo Alvarez always says as well is that, real men cry. He always talks about, obviously he's known for being one of the best boxers in the world, and one of the interviewers asked him, how do you deal with your son if he cries when he's boxing, because his son fights as well? And he said the best lesson he ever taught him is real men cry. And that's, the interview didn't expect it coming from someone like Canelo.
Yeah, I said that earlier in this podcast. It's a lot to feel emotional. Sometimes I do cry.
Yeah.
And if I can't cry, I will search for sad movies to make me cry. I love crying. I want to find out movies. I won't cry in front of views or anything like that. But when I'm alone, ooh, get that tissue, nigga. I'm good. I will cry. I will wet all the tissues. I will like, I will again, bro. I love crying. It's a therapy. It's a therapy to the mind when you cry, and it's very good for a man. It's because it's not like it's just very good. You see, women have no problem crying. Women can just cry easily. Just if you just even if if they're really happy, they will cry. If a puppy just dance, oh my god, it's so cute. And that's therapeutic. That's why they're always happy. But man, we're very strong. Nah, I will cry too. That's me as a person, and I think everyone should be able to, to play with their emotions like that. I think everyone should be able to kind of let their emotion flow. Because if you let your emotion flow and you actually dip in, you actually connect with people from the beneath the, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just a person who feel for everyone. If you're happy, I'm happy for you. If you're sad, I'm sad for you. That's the truth. I feel. And I think the reason why I feel is because I've been through a lot in my life. I don't speak about these things much. I keep them inside because I feel like no one gives a fuck anyway. So you better as well just kind of keep it inside of yours and just kind of like learn from it and don't repeat the same mistake and keep doing you. And when you're doing you, the people watching you will learn from you. So it is what it is, man. So that's how I live my life, bro. Yeah.
And where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
I see myself in 5 years from now, bro. I see myself more healthier. Like I see myself literally like because I haven't drank in a year.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks very much. I feel energized. I feel great, man. It's been very helpful. I won't lie to you, man. That's why I got rid of all the mirrors in my house because whenever I see myself, I remind myself as a point of Guinness. So I got rid of all of them now. I don't want to be seeing myself anymore. But like no, I'm really happy. I'm very healthy now, and I see myself more like very 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 much into stand-up comedy and motivating people with my life, and maybe write a book.
How, when you say motivate people with your life, how do you mean?
Like from where I started, from me being band of the road. I'm band of the road for 10 years. Not because I'm black or anything like that. Just no. Just I hated getting my driving license because it wasn't bad. I think getting my driving license was a bit racist, right? Because it wasn't bad when I was getting my provisional. Because when I was getting my provisional license, I had to display to other drivers I was a learner. So I had to put the big L sign on the back of my car. The big massive red L sign on the back of my car to let people know I was a learner. Then when I got my full license, now I had to display to other drivers that I was black. Plates. So yeah, I had to put the end plate, no, really. And I had to go get the NCT as well, and the insurance,
Yeah.
And I said no, I'm not paying for any of this, so I got banned off the road.
Oh right. Yeah.
So I got banned off the road for driving with no insurance. It's not drink driving now for 10 years, and then I've just like I felt like I don't need an insurance because I'm covered with the blood of Jesus, and okay, that joke didn't work. I'm gonna change the joke on today. Okay, that's not a joke that worked. I will take that joke out. Yeah, so
I think it's a different type of saying here. This is a deep conversation.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, I know. It's a deep conversation, but I throw a joke in about
No.
Yeah, he didn't get it. All right, cool. Yeah, so actually that, and yeah, so I've been through a lot, and I think it's just the fact that I have that resilience to, to stay my course during all what I've been through, so that's what made me who I am.
How do you deal with self-belief? Do you have much self-belief?
I have a lot of self-belief, very, very strong self-belief. And the reason why I have self-belief, like I said, I have self-belief because of God. Right from when I was born, I've always kind of like, I've always believed in myself. I've always have this kind of like, like I am who I am. I don't know, because every time I've performed as a person, I've never in my life pretend to be someone else. I've always been myself. I've always been who I am. So all that while, I've always believed in myself. Everything I do, I don't know, the way I carry myself is me. I don't see myself as anybody. So I've always believed in myself, no matter what it is. I don't walk around with bodyguards. I just walk by myself. I cycle around. So I like in everything I do, I believe. I don't know. I just have that belief in me, like because at the end of the day, it's all about your intention. what what your intention is in life. So if you have a very dodgy intention, your self-belief won't be as firm. But when your intention comes out of a very powerful source, and when I mean source, I mean vibration. And when I mean vibration, I mean the law of vibration. Because the last vibration is hatred. When you have law of vibration in your soul, everything you say from your heart becomes you, and your self-belief dwell in that place. So whatever you say or do, it will be embedded in your self-belief. So I have a lot of strong self-belief in myself.
So you have strong self-belief by
Yeah.
speaking positive.
Yeah, like, sorry?
You have strong self-belief by speaking positive and looking for positive.
Yeah.
Because I think your mind believes what you tell it. So if you keep telling your mind you're the best comedian in the world, your mind will eventually believe it. If you keep telling your mind that you should quit and you're not a comedian, your mind will believe it as well.
Yeah, because it's like I think the mind. See, the mind is a very powerful tool. So like it's what you tend your mind to do. So each of us like see chat. Okay, for example, you see chat GPT now.
Yeah.
You text chat GPT. You know what actually pisses me off? If I text ChatGPT something, I'm like, so ChatGPT, and I'm really emotionally invested in this conversation. I'm really texting ChatGPT and everything, right? And I press send. Before 2 seconds already written. I'm like, bitch, do you think about all this thing I just sent you? Why do you like? I felt rude. Like I haven't even sent it, and it's already giving me the whole answer. I felt I was rude for a second.
Yeah.
I thought it was rude. Like how before do you know what I was trying to say to you? That's how our mind is. But we have not yet challenged our powers. Our mind is capable of thinking millions of information at one go. It's a very powerful tool. So, like, if we channel it properly in that way, it's just similar to ChatGPT, basically. So it's just how we use it. How we use it.
This has been something that I've been deeply thinking about for a while. So I'm a deep thinker. I don't know if you can tell or not.
Yeah, me too.
I think, see when people have these huge problems or they have something going on in their life they're really dwelling on, but they don't know how to deal with, or something like that. But they won't go and talk to somebody because they're afraid of what they might say to do. I think their mind already knows what the answer is. Their body just won't believe it. So, for example, say you are so passionate about making cupcakes, but you're afraid that somebody might slag you for making cupcakes, and you're saying, oh, I won't tell Glenn that I want to make cupcakes because I know he's going to tell me I should just make cupcakes. And your body is fighting against that, saying, nah, this person will laugh at you, this person will laugh at you. But if you already had that answer in your mind, you already know you should just make the cupcakes, but your body's fighting against it. So it's just like, what I'm trying to say is, no matter what it is, I feel like your mind already has the answer. It just tries to hide it on you.
So whenever I do like funny videos and in town, right, I know these videos are funny. It's really, really very, very funny. But sometimes before I post the video, I'll send it to 3 people just to confirm, do you think it's funny? Should I post this? Should I post this? Just that validation. Okay, if you find this video funny, if just 3 people say yes, I think it's funny. If they say no, I will fight hard to post it. Even though deep in my mind, I know it's a good video.
Exactly. You're just looking for somebody
this validation already is already like, I'm like, that kind of way. So my answer is, stop posting. Stop saying it. Start doing it. Start feeling it.
I say it to Glenn, if you want the wrong advice, ask everybody.
Yeah, go for it. Get fair. Oh, I'm learning along the way.
Yeah.
I think that's me. That's me as a person, right? I've always fight for this all my life. That question is deep. I've always fight all my life for that, and it's just delayed me. Okay, it just delayed me. I've got anxiety because it's future thinking. I don't want to think that way. It's future thinking. And I said, no, it cost me so much. So I said to myself, no, instead of that, I'm going to start failing. I'm going to start cringing. I'm going to start learning. Because if I don't cringe, I won't learn, bro. I'm going to keep asking people. I don't want to dwell on people. But at the end, I'm not stupid. You're not stupid. You're not stupid. You know what's good content. You know what's good to say.
Exactly.
Just start training to be good all the time. When you train to be good all the time, you'll be better. And when your thought is afraid, you'll stay afraid. You'll always depend on people. You just have to train. The mind is a muscle. It's a muscle. How to speak, how to be confident, how to be strong. It's muscles. anybody can be confident. If you just pretend to be confident for a few minutes, your muscle memory will know confidence is a thing, and you just start seeing yourself being confident. Sometimes you cannot be confident because the word I've already said some certain things to you that will lose your confidence. That's like you're now losing your confidence because you're hiding. Every day you're hiding, and before you know you're a shit or you're a quitter. But every day if you keep trying to show up little by little, show up a little. Today I'll tell you something which is funny, right? I went to drop my kids in school today. On my way back, I seen this beautiful old Irish lady. She was dressed in all black dress. She had this lovely hat and the feather on the side. She looked so cool and looked like beads and bead earring. She was an elderly lady. I walked past. I said, "You look beautiful." She stopped. She turned around. She goes, "Sorry, what did you say to me?" I was like, "Shit, I don't know what." I don't know. I said, "No. When you're walking up the road, you remind me of Queen Elizabeth the Queen. You look so cute." And she goes, "Oh my God, that's so nice. Thank you very much. I was about to give up today, but just hearing you call me that, just lifted my spirit. Thank you." I woke away feeling amazing. That's me. I built my confidence today, and all day I took that energy, cycling down. It was a great energy. That kind of way. I even brought energy in. That's just me trying. Every day I show up. I try, even though I don't want to. I show up. The only reason I'm showing up is I'm building my muscles every day. I wake up. That's a gym. Why not? Mental
Train
muscle.
the mind.
Train the mind. Do it yourself. Don't do it for camera. Don't do it for yourself. Every day, say hello to someone. Every day, greet someone. Communicate with human. No matter what, try look for someone. It doesn't have to be a friend. Let your brain be used to saying hello to people that you don't know, strangers. That's when you know how to do it. I do this 24/7. Every day.
Be an optimist.
Yes. I think that's why door-to-door salesmen too are good. People that see strangers every day, their mind is perfect, man. You just have to say hello to people, communicate with people, regardless of what it is. I think the thing is, Ireland is getting to really
Detached.
yeah, and not even detached. It's gets to a stage whereby no one wants to say hello to anybody anymore. Just because of the color of your skin or how you speak or what religion you are or what sexuality you are. Everyone is just in a group now. What wing you are in? We're all in a group now. So it's the division is getting too high. I think we just need to let loose and just start being the real island again. All right, what's the story? What's the crack? You really couldn't. I love that. That's for me. That's what love is all about, and just communication. When people can see random people and just say hello. And if you're a foreigner in the country, smile, say hello to people. Hi, how are you? Don't go around with a squeeze face around. Let them look at us immigrants. I'm like, oh, they're very nice people. They're very good people. I think the world should just be like that. Just have that kind of like they say once you're in Rome, be a Roman. So when you're in a different country, be like that country. Look at the rules, obey the rules. Have fun. Even the cameras don't tell them shut the fuck up. But that's how it is.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Yeah.
What does
Sorry, one second.
No, don't worry. I don't know what's going on there. Right,
back load?
Yeah.
What does success mean to you?
Yeah. So success is for me. Success is
Cameras on zero.
No, it's all good. We don't need that one anyway.
Wait, go on, I just operate off. Yeah, it's
okay. So for me, success is more of So there's different type of success. I define success daily. So if I finish my day and I close and I'm about to sleep and I see now everything is alright, the whole day is good. That's a mini success for me. I'm like, this is a good day. And like for example, if I go to bed today, I'm gonna say in my head, I'm gonna say, okay, I covered one of my material today. I did a field run today, dropped my kids today, I went to the broadcast today, I cycled home, I'm going to a comedy club after you guys finish comedy club, and I sleep. For me, that's success. And that chapter is closed. Yeah. I don't know what tomorrow's success is going to be, but I'm going to finish the success today. So that's a success for me. So every day has its own success. I take my success daily, but my overall success is if I can be this age, if I can be 102 years old and I can still sit on this chair and still have a podcast with you guys, that would be deadly success. That would be success, man. That's what success is to me anyway. Just that's kind of healthy vibe, living long and being with people you love is the best thing. That's what the main success is for me. You can have everything you want. I don't really care. To be honest with you, what I care is about I can work. Oh, sure, everything is gone. All countries on the shutdown, right? Do you have a job in Tesco? Do you want me to do everything your kids for you. As long as I can do something.
Yeah.
But I'm happy doing it. That for me, that is success. But when I'm sitting on my bed and I can't move and that, but if I'm breathing, that's good. But like that, so that's success for me.
If you could speak to yourself 10 years ago, what would you say?
Don't do drugs.
And if you can speak to yourself in 10 years' time, what would you ask or say?
Wow. But if I can speak to myself 10 years ago, tell myself not to do drugs, 100%. Stay away from cocaine. For in the future, if I can speak to myself, what would I ask? What would I ask for my future self? I will ask, was the cheat code so I can get there real quick? That's the question. If you say whatever I can ask, that's the question I'll ask. What's the cheat code? Like for example, I know he's there. Anna is there. I'm what are the things I have to avoid? Because he knows he's there already, so that he could be better. So he could be better. Like fuck him, he could be better. So what's the thing he could have done to better himself, so I can avoid what I'm here right now? That's all I need to know. Apart from that, I don't need to be all petty, because life doesn't reward the petty people. You reward hardworking people. If you're here to work. Don't sugarcoat things. You can never get any fairy things. You can't. There's no two ways about it. You do the work. You're gonna get heartbroken, or you're gonna lose people. Or there's a lot of things will happen. It's up to how you stand strong and look at the universe. I'm like, I'm ready to go.
If it was easy, everybody would do it.
That's what I'm saying to you. So I'll just be like, well, sometimes you can be smart and avoid some certain things and get there safely. You get there, surely, or it cost you. But if you're smart, you get there safely, like everybody does. The world is fair. Loads of people get there safely, Some people just get there like, finally get there, they even have no legs, no hand left, but their head got in. So it's just the way it is. So you just have to kind of like play the game safe, and stay out of drugs. Drugs is just the worst ever. It's a bribe. It's numbing you from your problem, but it's taking your body away little by little. While you're happy, your life is going down small. So, yeah.
What advice would you give to the younger generation?
You can be who you ever want to be. You can be who you want to be. You can be who you want to be. Don't hold yourself down. It's the saddest part about just holding yourself down, man. That takes years of you're wasting your time. Do you know how powerful this our brain are? Our brain is very powerful. They can do anything. Tomorrow, if as young as they are, if they're willing to do so much in their life, they can actually achieve it. But the best thing is pick one thing, be very good at it, be very, very good at it, and when you're good at that will give birth to everything you want. That's what life's all about. So,
Deadly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Where can people get tickets for your show? Where and when?
So my show is going to be on the 12th of March, the Laughter Lounge, and it's going to be on the 12th of March in the Laughter Lounge. So you can get the tickets on the Universe or Ticketmaster. So that's where the ticket is going to be on. So guys, don't forget to come out and have the crack and enjoy comedy with the Black Paddy. So I can't wait to see you guys. Put that date down on your calendar. 24th of March is going to be unreal, and the two boys will be coming as well. So yeah, let's go.
Let's go. And where can people get you on social media?
Oh yeah, so you can find me on social media on Facebook, the Black Paddy, or on Instagram, the Black Paddy, or on TikTok. We are more viral, the Black Paddy, and or maybe if you're on Pornhub, yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
No worries, man.